Hello, good afternoon, guys. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope everyone is doing fine. In this YouTube video, we are going to discuss about the SQL interview questions. These questions are taken from the interview which are conducted by the top MNCs companies, and I have found the many questions from the web source, and I've binded into them a single PPT that will help for the future interview purposes. So let us start the video. Here, first question comes: what is an SQL? Basically, SQL is an structured query language in which the data is retrieved and added and manipulated. Basically, SQL is a language. With that SQL, we are going to with the help of commands. Similarly, in C language, like comparing to C language, we are going to retrieve, add, and manipulate, change the data in the form of relational database management system. And in SQL, tables are present. In tables, we are going to store the data with the help of tuples and attributes. And attributes are the rows, and the tuples are the uh, sorry, tuples are the columns, and attributes are the rows. And coming to what is RDBMS. RDBMS is a relational database management system. It is a management system in which the data is in the form of relation. That is, it is the basis of SQL. With the help of SQL, the commands are prompted into the RDBMS, and the data in the RDBMS is stored in database objects such as tables. Yes, similarly, in SQL, we are going to retrieve and add data with the help of tables, and similarly, the data in the RDBMS is stored in database objects such as called as objects. And a table is a collection of related data entries, and it consists of columns and rows. Okay, let me show you a simple this is an okay, let us take, this is a table. It consists of row, roll number, subject, and marks. Whereas row, roll number, subject, and marks comes to the uh, tuples, and these rows 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 to 10 are called as attributes. And here there is a relation to each one of the row to other column, because first row for first roll number, he has this subject. For second roll number, and he has different subject, like that. And coming to third question, difference between SQL and MySQL. This is an important question asked in the interviews. What is difference between SQL and MySQL? SQL is, it manages the, that is, it manipulates the data into the relational database management system. Whereas SQL is, it is an RDBMS, that is, that itself in an RDBMS that uses SQL as its language. For example, if we take C language, we can retrieve the data from the application source. And similarly, when we come into dev C++, it uses C language. Similarly, in MySQL, it is an application software that uses SQL language. Okay, it manages RDBMS, and it is an RDBMS that uses SQL. Okay, then second, SQL, it is an query language and itself a programming language. That is, with the help of commands, we are going to retrieve and manipulate the data. Whereas in MySQL, it supports C, C++, Python, that it itself is a software. That is, it is an application software in which SQL language is being used, also used, like adding to that C and C++. And coming to third point, it helps, functions helps in manipulating the data. Here in SQL, there are queries. With the help of queries, we are going to manipulate or add, or we are going to change the data entries in the table. And in MySQL, commands will be present. With the help of commands, we are going to manipulate the data. Coming to fourth point, what are joins and what are its types? Okay, there are basically four different types of joins present in the SQL. First is inner joint, other is outer joint, and then left outer joint and right outer joint. With the help of simple diagram, when we look at inner joint, that is the two, let, this is in one table and this is in another table. Here we are only which are same in both the tables. For example, if we take here, for example, if we are having two tables, in that, if we have in one table 1, we are having id as 101 and 102, and in another table we are having IDs 101 and 104. Only the what are the rows that are going to match, that will be taken into the consideration. That is called as inner join, or we can also called as equijoin. It will give the data where values are matching. I mean, what are the values are matching, that we are going to print into the form of tables. And after that, outer joint, whatever the data present in inner join and remaining all the data from the other two tables, that is called as full outer join. Okay. And after that, left outer joint. In left outer joint, the data which is similar, okay, first that data which is similar to both the tables are being taken, and when it comes to the left, we are going to take the attributes from the left, but the values will be taken from the right tuples. Okay. And similarly for right outer joint, the data which are equal are first taken into consideration. After, when it comes to right, we are going to take the left table data into form of tuples, and the right outer joint which are added with the same side of attributes. And this is in simple explanation. And what are constraints in SQL? Basically, constraints means if once table is created, we cannot change the table constraints. Like if ID is integer, then we cannot change it while the runtime. For example, integer in C language, we cannot change while running runtime, right? Similarly, primary key is an constraint, and not null is a constraint, foreign key, unique, index, and check default. These are the constraints in SQL that cannot be changed after the once a table is created. After that, how to create a table? Simple, in simple definition, we are going to okay, I'll be explaining how to create a table in MySQL Live SQL server. Here, let us take an example of employees. Create table. Employees is the here. I'm creating a table with the name of employee, where emp is then defines as employee, and then we are going to add the employee ID which is a null, which is an integer, and then we are going to take employee name in the form of varchar2, and the size of that will be up to 20, we can store it. And then after that, let us take another integer, employee salary, employee sal. Okay. After that, we are going to primary key. Okay, we'll be discussing about now what is primary key. emp id. Duplicate column name, create employee. Okay. uh, Wait a second, guys. I think it's semicolon. No need of worry. I've already prepared a SQL sheet in that for the mini project. Okay, let us take this. Okay, where here employee details are the employee, whatever the details consist of employee, such as employee number and first name, last name, lodge name. This is not necessary. And then primary key, which is an employee number. Okay, let us run this. So table is created. If you want to check where the table is created, we just simply write as, with the help of queries, select star from tab. Here, whatever the tables present in this Oracle Live SQL that we have created will be shown into this. Here we have just created employee details into this, whereas this DBMS explain, and these are the inbuilt that uh, Oracle has given for the practice purpose. Okay. After this, creation is completed. Let's create another table. Okay, I've already have this creation of tables. Okay, I'm creating a table name of skill details. In that, one will be present of skill and then skill desk and whatever the skill which is present, and a primary key will be the skill. Okay, let us run this, and yes, another table has also been created. That's how a table is created. Okay, after that, what is rule 0 foundation? Yes, what is rule 0, or we can call as foundation rule? In RDBMS, there are total 14 rules present in it. The first rule, which is very important, it defines that whatever a relational database management system is present, it is only called when it is having a relation with the data which is present in the database management system. See, any RDBMS that is pronounced to be RDBMS, like, should be able to manage the stored data in its entirely through its relational capabilities. I mean, it should have a relational something with the one table to the another table, or else called as in a within a table, one row to the other row, or one column to the other column. Such is called as foundation rule. After that, we are performing all the SQL queries. First, select query and where and insert and aggregate functions, having our order by null value. We will be performing all these functions, all these SQL queries. Sorry. Okay. First, we are going to create a new table. Okay. Create table. Okay. Let it be student. Okay. In student, we are going to add the uh, student ID as integer or number. Sometimes it won't accept as integer, so we can use number. It's not a big deal. After that, student ID and name, it is already predefined is name, so we are going to use student name, which is varchar 2. You can store up to 20, and then student name and student marks, that will be in the form of number. Let us give as 5 for no issues. And let us give it primary key of for number of student ID. Okay, table has been created. Okay, let's see if a table is created or not with the help of we can, with the help of this query, select star from tab. See, student table has been created. That's it. So, and one more thing I would like to add in this is, here in Oracle Live SQL in this server, there is no such thing like uppercase or lowercase. That is, it is case sensitive. We can use either. We can like, for example, I'll show you here. See, before that I've used all the upper cases, but here I'm using lower cases. So it's not a big deal that the computer it's understand that there is no case sensitive problem in it. See, okay, student has been formed. Okay, let's add values into the tables. Okay, first, select statement, like what is this select statement is used. With the help of select statement, we are going to get the data from the tables, like whatever the data present in the table we are going to get from select table. After that, with the help of where table, we are going to get particular data. For example, if you want the employee number, with the help of employee number, if you want the first name and last name, then we are going with the help of where clause. Similarly, in C language or any other function, with the help of commands, we are going to get data, right? Same like that. We have taken the employee details, right? I'm going to insert the employee details. Okay, okay, let me do it myself. Okay, select star from emp details. Okay, there is no data present in it from employee tables. Okay, we are going to add, insert the values into it. Okay, with the help of insert function, insert into employee details. Okay, Okay, this is the syntax of this uh, adding the values into the tables. Okay, first insert into employee details, whatever the present, what do we have, employee number, first name, and last name, right? Okay, first name and last name. Okay, employee number, first name, last name. Insert into values, and then with the help of single uh, heading, employee number, let it be 10100, and then first name will be Sudhir, and then second name will be the Krishna. Okay, let us run this query. Okay, one row is being inserted here. After the insertion of values, we are going to get either it is inserted, if there is a mistake, then it will directly show the whatever the error is present here. So if there is no error, then it shows one row is inserted. So we are inserted only one row, that is employee number, first name and last name. Okay, let me add and I'll explain this part too. Like, if we use two times the same if we use two times the same values, it won't accept. I mean, we have given the employee number is primary key, right? So we are not going to change the constraints, but we are going to change the employee number. I mean, it should be unique, not should be merged with the another row. Okay, so we are going to change employee 101, and then let's change name as Oracle, name Pawan, and Ram. Okay, another row has been inserted, and then let us take another row. I'm going to insert 102, and then money, and then Rama. Okay, let us take whatever the data present in our table. Select star from employee details. Okay, employee number, first name and last name. With the help of, if you want to add more values into this table, with the help of insert query, we are going to write. Okay, where is insert query? See, with the help of insert query, we have added the values into it, and we have completed select query. Now we are moving to where clause. Okay, where query. So if you want, like for example, if you want first name and last name of employee 100, then how we are going to retrieve the data? That's where query comes into the action. Okay, select. Okay, we need first name and last name, and let me tell you, star implies that it will give the all the data which is present in the table. Okay, we have used this select star from employee details, right? That gives the whole table data, whatever the present. If it is null or anything, it gives the data. But if we here we want only the first name and last name, right? So select first name, last name from employee details. Okay, employee details is the our table name, where employee number equals to 100. Let us check this code. Here we should get the answer as Sudhir Krishna. That's it. So we can see here first name and last name is printed, where employee number is equals to 100. This is the use of where clause we can use. And coming to next, and okay, similarly when we look into the once again, okay, we have completed where clause, right? After that, and clause means if both the conditions are true. Like similarly, if in C language we are using double ampersand, right? Here, if we use and in SQL, it means if both the conditions are true in left and right hand side, then it will manipulate the data. I mean, it will change the data and it will print whatever we are going to need. Okay, so let's see what it means. Select. Okay, select employee number. So if we are checking, okay, we are going to need employee number if money and first name is Rama and last name is last name is Rama, first name is Money and last name is Rama. Okay, select employee number. We are going to need only the employee number if from employee details. Employee details is the table name where, okay, select employee number if uh, first name equals to Money and last name equals to Rama. Where first name equals to Money and last name equals to Rama. Okay, if this is true, then we are going to print one or two. Okay, see, that's it, guys. We have got the value of one or two. Because if we change, if something, if it is, if we, for example, Rana, then no data found because there is no such name as first name is Money and last name is Rana. So there is no employee number present in our table. So if you are going to present Money, employee number is one or two. That's the use of our and function and query. And after that we have seen the insert function and aggregate functions. I'll be discussing about the sum. Okay. Okay, we have different aggregate functions: sum, average, minimum, and maximum, and group by. Sum gives the whatever the elements present in a column, it will give the sum of the column. And if you want the average, it will give the average. If you for example in real life, if you want the average of the students' marks, then with the help of SQL query, we can simply take the select average from employee details. That's it. We can directly get the average of the uh, student marks. Okay, and then minimum of the minimum present in the uh, row and the maximum present in the row. And group by, in group by it basically defines that whatever the, if there are cities present in the format of like two or more cities, then it will print like one whatever the high more number of cities present in it, it will give one and then city name and then two another city. That it will remove the repetitions present in the table. That's it. Okay, in aggregate functions I'll be explaining sum and average. Okay, select sum of employee numbers. For example, mm, okay, let us write select star from students. Okay, sorry. एक minute. Okay, in student there is no data present in it, so that's why it is showing as no data is present in it. Okay, let me take from the tab. I mean, what are the constraints present in it? Okay, student, yes, it is present, but we have not added any data, and I forgot what are the constraints present in it. See, once the constraints, if you forgot whatever the, I mean, what are the integer, I mean, employee ID, the name and the salary, once it is we create a table, then there is no chance, like see, I can't able to change the I can't able to know the whatever the present in it, I mean, whatever the constraints present in it. So I'll move on with the employee details to employee details only. Okay, in employee details we are having employee number, first name and last name, right? Okay, I'll be doing this sum. Okay, sum of employee numbers. Okay, select sum of employee number from employee details. Okay, see, okay, that's it. I mean, whatever the sum present in it, employee numbers, it will show the sum. Okay, and average is 401. That's it. That is called as aggregate functions. And move on to having an order by. uh, Order by is, it gives the all the values which are present in the order, and null value, it shows if it is null value or not. Okay, let us try this. uh, okay, select employee number from employee details. Is uh, that is not a proper, I mean, type of null value. Like, we have to check whether it is an null value present in it, in a present or not. Like, it checks whether null value is present in it or not. That is simple. Okay, after that we have update query. In update query we are going to, okay, let us show you from table. Okay, from employee details. Okay, these are the four rows that we have that are our constraints, right? Employee number, first name, and last name. But if we want to add the salary of an employee, I mean, if we want to another add, I mean, another row, then with the help of update query. Okay, not update query. We are with the help of alter query. Alter. We have to write the table name. Alter. Okay. Add column name. PMP sal, and then it is, then it's okay, one second. Employee salary, it is in the form of integer, yes, integer. Alter table, alter table name, employee details. Okay, let us check. Alter employee details. Okay, let us check. Alter table, we have to write alter table emp date. That's it. Okay, table is altered. Let us check if employee salary has been entered or not. Okay, select star from emp details. Yes, employee salary has been added to the table. That's the use of alter table. If you want to drop the employee salary, we can simply write with the help of alter table, alter table employee details. Okay, employee details is the table name, and then with the help of drop we have to write the column name, employee salary. That's it. Drop column. We have to write mention column. Drop column employee salary. Yes, that's it. Okay, and then select staff from EMP details. See guys, employee salary is been added with the help of alter, and then we have removed the employee salary with the help of alter only. I mean, we can add or remove the a row present in the existing table. Okay, after that, if you want to, before we were discussing about update, right? If you want to, okay, let us try this. Okay, for example, if you want to update, I mean, first name is Sudhir and last name is Krishna, right? If you want to change the name, I mean, Sudhir equals to some like Ali, and then last name will be something Irshad, then we are going to change like, okay, with the help of update query, update EMB details, where employee number, for employee number 1 or 2 we are going to change, okay, update where first name equals to set. Okay, with the help of set we are going to use set first name and last name. Okay, okay, update employee details. Set is a command that will help to change the first name and last name. Okay, set first name, let it be Ali, and then is there any call? Okay, and last name will be some Rahman. Okay, where we are going to change, if you want to change the employee number 101, 102, or any, we can change. Okay, I'll be changing it 101. That's it. Okay, I mean, it 101 Ali and Rahman is updated. Let us check if it is been updated or not. From employee details, yes, it is been changed. That is, the employee 101 first name and last name has been changed. Okay, that's it. And if you want to delete something, okay, with the help of delete, set delete employee tables, employee details, where employee number equals to 0. With the simple command, we are going to delete the whole row. Okay, delete from employee details. Sorry, employee details. Delete from employee details, where employee number equals to 102. Delete from employee details, where first name. Okay, let us check what has been deleted. Select select staff. No? Okay, it has been deleted, but it is not showing like in the form of like after the deletion. It is not a SQL workbench, right? In SQL workbench it will be proper, but this, as this is an online SQL server. Okay, I mean function has been confirmed. Okay, if you want to change the name of column, then with the help of alias we can change. Okay, select first name as fname from emp details. Okay, so it will be updated, but at the time of again repetition, then whatever the employee details present in the table, that will show. Okay, this is as is called as alias. I mean it will be called as, like, we can change the columns name, and here we can delete the rows, and here we can update the tables, and then here we can alter, and then we can here return the modulus, and we can truncate. Okay, okay, let us try truncate employee details. Okay, let us check what is, how to use truncate. Okay, truncate table. Okay, that's it. Okay, the table has been deleted. I mean that whole table has been deleted. If you want to check, select staff from employee details, it will simply print that no data found. That's it. I mean the whole data has been deleted. After that, uh, primary key. Yes, primary key is an one of the constraint, and it is an unique row, or you can say that a unique row in the column of a table. I mean, for example, if you consider the roll number, roll numbers are unique. For example, employee IDs, or your college ID, it will be different, right? For from any other person, if you want to differentiate between A person and B person, whatever the key is present to differentiate such number is called as primary key. It is one of a constant and unique row in the column of a table, and primary key shouldn't be null. Okay, if it is, yes, it shouldn't be null. Okay, for example, we have to write int id is not null. And then what is foreign key? Foreign key is an key in which, that is, in a table, there are two tables which are having the same data. Then with the help of primary key, we are going to match a relation between one table to another table. Such key is called as foreign key. That is, it is a column of columns of data in one table that connects to the primary key data in the original table. Okay, already data is present in the original table, but if the same data is repeated, for example, employee number is present in table of employee details, and if we want the employee skills, there is also employee data is also present. If you want to match those two data, then we are going to use the foreign key. After that, what is a composite key? Columns that are having more than one uniqueness. I mean, if it is having more than one uniqueness, for example, employee ID, and for example, if you take the salary, if 10 persons are present in the company, and they are having the different salaries, then such two rows are called as composite key. And what are synonyms? These are used to decrease the size of table from employee details to. Okay, synonyms to decrease the size. Okay, that is, there are employee details to EMP. With the help of employee name, we are going to decrease. Before, with the help of alter table, sorry, with the help of this alias, we have changed the employee sorry column name, but here we are going to change the decrease the employee employee sorry table name. Okay, for example, employee details is the table we have created, so we can simply use to emp. And that's it. I think I have covered all the almost questions present in the SQL interview questions, and thank you for this. Okay, I wish you all the best for the interview purposes. Thank you.